Welcome to sunny Winter Haven, Florida. I'm Lane Dog Bowers, and today I'm doing another free virtual ski school video review. For those of you guys who don't know, all this quarantine time, I am giving away free video analysis to help you guys out. So if you guys want to take advantage of it, here's all you got to do. Just send an email to thefootersedge@gmail.com with the subject line free virtual ski school. Include a link to a high quality video that's either on Vimeo or YouTube. Don't make me download it or try and convert it. Make it easy for me. And then specifically state what you want me to help you with. And then mention that you do not mind me using it and sharing it with others so we can help everybody while I'm giving this all away. And for those of you guys watching this who are not on my free barefooting tips newsletter, go to thefootersedge.com, enter your name and email, and you get my free Be the Best Barefooter on Your Lake ebook, which you guys can download. It's awesome. It's full of thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tips that are super, super helpful. You will freak out at how good my free information is there. So let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about my good buddy Jorge from Argentina, and he writes me, "Can you say me?" He means, can you? This English is his second language. He speaks great English, but I didn't change it here. "Can you say me why I catch my heel?" Of course, you can post all you want, blessings. I asked him for some additional information because this video is short and it's not a lot to analyze. So he told me that he was going backwards maybe around 38 or 39 miles an hour. There were other boats on there. And so this is going to be my tips for if you guys have ever had a fall and you're trying to figure out, what happened. How did it happen? So let's jump in real quick. Well, first of all, all right, we did go over that. And then, I'm going to give you my tips here. And let's first take a look at this. Hold on one second. Let me rewind it. It's a short clip. And it's not very big, so I apologize. I'll try and make it a little bigger here. And let's just watch it through. Here we go. It's a little bit slow-mo. And you can see and the other thing is his right leg is out of frame, and you can see him catching right there. So what's happening here is, let's look at some of the good things first here, is you can see even through the world's best barefoot suit, 23 millimeters of flotation here on his back, that his shoulder blades are pinched together. That's pretty awesome. He's got a light bend in his elbow. He might be gripping it hard, but that's not a super big deal. He might have been tired or whatever, but you could use a little more relaxed grip. His eyes are definitely up. Here's the top of his hips, and his shoulders are above that. So that's a pretty good position. As you get a little more comfortable, you can come up a little higher if you have good resistance. Now, for those of you guys who watched my resistance theory of back barefooting, you know that if we drop a plumb line from the butt and drop it right down, we basically want it to be over the toes. And he does have that. He's actually got pretty good resistance here. Now, one thing I want to show you, so watch what happens here. Head up, shoulder roll, meat hook, pinching your butt out. If you guys don't know what the power band, shoulder roll, meat hook, and glide are, just leave me a comment. And actually, all of you guys watching this, please leave me a comment. I like to know that people are getting a benefit out of this and that you guys would share it as well. And now watch. So here we go. Really, and I'll, here's the thing, is here he goes. He's fine, but look at this. His heel catches and obviously down. Now, a couple things, sometimes, I like to say this, sometimes it's not worth analyzing and overdoing this. And so I hate to do that, but I do want to give Jorge value, and he wants to know, and anytime you have something like that you want to know, that's what I do. So I'll offer my opinion. So I don't want to be overly critical, but looking at the water in the background, it's super glassy out. There does seem to be a little bit of movement, not much, but with his good resistance, that shouldn't have been a problem. One thing I want you guys to note, and I did this with Greg's video analysis of backwards, and he finally kicked in and emailed me the other day. I think he finally realized that that I was right about that. If you look, let's take a look, even though it's hard, and I'll magnify my pointer. I want you guys to look for the little bit I can see of Jorge's foot here. Let's look where the water's breaking on his foot. Let me get this going a little bit. It kind of looks like, if you look at this, here's his heel, and the water's breaking. It's actually shooting out of his foot here, so it's about halfway. And there's, I think, another shot I saw where, look at this. Here's the ball of his foot, and it kind of looks like the water's breaking way up towards the toes. Look at this right here. You can kind of tell right here, even though there's water all around here. The bottom line is there is some opportunity to glide here. How do you fix that? Well, a lot of you guys are going, well, hey, if he's got to keep his heel off. That's why he fell in the first place. No, that's not why he fell. His resistance is actually good here. And honestly, I think this was a slight lapse in concentration. Once you have this resistance set, if you start moving around and you're tired, a lot of times you just forget, or the pressure on that foot. You've got to keep it steady. And so, one thing is you want to get as much glide as you can, which if this, this isn't my, let's see if I can hold it up, flexibility thing. But you want to ski up to, but not on the heel. So you want to ski all the way up to all your toes. You don't want to ski here. It looks like most of the run he's skiing right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm not a yoga instructor, so it's kind of hard to get that foot up all the way. But anyway, you can see right in here that what's going on is, I think a lot of times if you guys have ever stretched your calves out on land, or you do toe raises or calf work, you set your, it's hard to show, but you kind of lift your heel up high as you can, and that engages the calf, and then you let it down. A lot of times in back barefooting, people don't realize they're using their toes, or what I call gas pedaling, for balance. It'll kill a start, but he's way past that. So he's obviously got his start down, but you need to learn to relax your feet in the start and then not engage the calves again. Let your calves stretch out, let your heels drop. It's the resistance of where your hips are compared to your feet that keep you from catching. So if you're on the balls of your feet and you're trying to balance like that, you're only going to be able to hold that for so long, and then you're eventually going to relax. And it may be that's what happened to him, because I cannot see that foot, so it's hard to analyze that exact foot. But what I can tell is that it looks like the water line's changing on his foot. So some of the same things that I told Greg in the video I did on how to stop falling backwards is slow down. He said he was going 38 to 40 miles an hour, 38 to 39 miles an hour. That's pretty fast for just back barefooting. I mean, honestly, for me, if you're just doing this and you want to go for a good long run, for a guy like Jorge, I'd say, 33, 34. Sometimes going slow after you know how to back barefoot seems arduous because it takes more strength to go slower, even though your glide is really good. But 38 to 39, that's like surface turn, back 1 foot speed, back toe hold speed. That is way more than enough speed. Honestly, I'd like to see Jorge stretch his calves out a little bit. Now, Jorge, another thing I should mention is you do tons of calf work because you're always doing double unders, and Jorge's followed me into CrossFit, and so he's learning that, and that's great. He does a lot of burpees, a lot of double unders with jump rope, so his calves could be tight. You got to remember that, Jorge. Stretch your calves out a little bit. Learn not to push on your toes. Learn to relax. Your hip, your resistance to your hips is great, so I would leave it there. So my tips for you are slow down, 34 miles an hour. Get your feet gliding. I think you would have felt less movement and more in control if you relax your hands, relax your feet, but keep this shoulder roll, meat hook, power band. That looks great. And then practice moving around. Practice wide, narrow at the slower speeds. And then, like I say, don't overanalyze this, but you wanted my help, so you got it. All right, I hope that helps you guys. Please do me a favor. Leave me a comment. Share this video if it helps. And please, If you're not on the Footer's Edge, our newsletter, join it, and then share this video with others who might get help from it. So anyway, God bless you guys. We're going to get through this and have a great barefooting season. God bless you, and expect a miracle.